Look at this show-stopping bread recipe that I'm told rivals the classic cinnamon roll. The star shape is just stunning too. Warm cinnamon and plump apples make it the perfect fall treat. Heather Thomas joins me through the screen sharing the recipe for apple cinnamon star bread. Heather, we're like salivating over here. That looks amazing. And the recipe, it's really beautiful to look at. Is it difficult to make?
Well, thanks so much for having me, Brooke. So this does look like it could be a really complicated recipe because it's so gorgeous and picture worthy.
Yes.
But it's really not that difficult to put together.
Okay, you say it starts by prepping the apples. What are we doing?
Okay, so very simply, we're just going to be slicing up a fresh apple. So since we're doing layers and twists and turns in this dough, it really works best if you just slice them really thinly. And then you're just going to divide those up into like thirds or fourths so that they're like thinly sliced chunks. And we don't even need to cook the apples. We're just going to be adding the fresh apple to our filling.
Okay, nice. All right, so that's done and done. What's next?
All right, so we're going to be mixing up the most simple bread dough you've ever mixed up. I already have some here that's been sitting and rising. It's literally like the easiest dough you'll ever put together. You put all of the ingredients in your mixer, turn it on, and it's gonna mix up perfectly.
I love how you have this subtle grin on your face. Like, no, trust me, this is easy stuff.
It really is just one of those things that you don't have to guess whether or not you've added enough flour or anything.
Good.
So you're gonna let your dough rise for its first rise. It's gonna rise until it doubles in size. And then once it has risen, you're gonna divide your dough up into 3 equal sized dough balls. And so what we're gonna be doing now is we're going to be rolling out each one of those dough balls, and we're gonna be layering it and filling it with our yummy filling.
Okay, what goes into that filling?
Okay, so the filling is super yummy, all those really fall flavors that we love. It's just cinnamon sugar, a little bit of nutmeg, and to give it even more fall flavor, we're going to be topping our finished product with a maple icing.
Oh my goodness, you are just slipping us right into a fall food coma. So what's the layering process? Is it apples and then filling, or does it matter?
Okay, yep. So we're going to, now let me just say that this process goes so much easier if you've got one of these awesome silicone rolling mats. If you have a hard time rolling out a circle, these are really helpful because it has an outline for you.
Oh, nice.
So you can just roll your dough right into the center of that circle that you need. Okay. So once you have your dough all rolled out, we've got to transfer it over onto a piece of parchment. We've got this really beautiful round dough here, so we don't want to mess it up. The easiest way I've found to transfer this over is kind of like when you're transferring over a pie crust. You're going to just fold it into quarters. So I floured the top of that, and then I'm going to flour it again after I fold it in half, and then we're going to fold it over again. And so that way we're going to be able to transfer it over here
and preserve
to a
your
piece of
circle
parchment.
Shape. Yes.
Exactly. So I've already got the first layer all rolled out and filled right here.
Okay.
So I brushed on some butter, melted butter, our cinnamon sugar, and then just sprinkle on those apples on top. And make sure that you leave this 1-inch border since we're going to be adding another piece of dough on top. We're just going to place that right on top and unfold that. And then you're just going to press those edges together and line them up like that. So we've got 2 layers of dough all done here.
Okay.
And then you're going to go ahead and add a second layer of filling. So that first time we'll just use half of our filling and half of our apples.
So it is double stacked.
It is double stacked. We're putting lots of filling in there. So
I love it.
Brush on your melted butter.
Okay.
Sprinkle on your cinnamon sugar.
Okay, then those fresh apples.
Yeah, we're going to put on those apples.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we've got about a minute left. I'm super anxious to see how you score that and fold that into that beautiful star shape.
Yeah. Okay, so after you've got this one on, you're going to add one more layer of dough, but you're not going to add anything on top of that. So I've got this next step back here all ready to show you. All right, so what you'll end up with is this dough on top. So now I've already started this for you, and we're going to make several slits around the edges.
Okay.
But we need something to give us a guide here to keep it connected. So I just use a little biscuit cutter there. Start by cutting it into fourths.
Okay.
And then you're going to cut each of those in half. Eventually, you're going to have 16 slits all around this dough.
Okay.
And let me just really quickly show you how we twist up and make our star.
Yeah.
So you're going to grab 2 pieces side by side, and you're going to twist them in opposite directions 3 times.
1, 2,
and that's
3.
how you get that. Yeah. And then you'll get that beautiful swirl.
Okay.
And then you just pinch those ends together like that. And that's going to be one of your star tips.
Okay.
So you'll just continue doing that swirl.
So you'll have 18 points. Or 8, excuse me, 8 points by the end.
Yeah, good math, correct? Okay. Yeah, 8 points all throughout. So what you'll end up with is an 8-point star eventually.
Beautiful. And did I see something right on the top or on the center?
Right on here.
In your finished product, was there something?
Oh, in my finished product?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So it'll bake up just like that, but it'll be all connected right here in the middle.
Yes.
And then let me move this out of the way. Once you have it all baked up, nice and golden, you're going to drizzle that really yummy maple glaze on top.
Oh, so it's just the impression of those points in the center that take that star effect.
Yes.
This is beautiful, Heather. Thank you so much for showing it so thoroughly. We'll repost this tutorial on our website. And how can people connect with you?
You can find me at thatbreadlady.com, and I'm also on Instagram at thatbreadlady.
That Bread Lady. You're so good at what you do. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
That was impressive and doable the way she showed it. I can't wait to try it.